Okay. Um, as promised, I'm joined by the actor, the entertainer, the executive, Silkk the Shocker. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How about yourself, man?
I can't complain. I am in Baltimore. It's about 90 degrees here. Where are you calling from?
I'm in LA right now. Yeah.
Okay, well it's probably about 100 and about 100 out there.
Yeah, it was 100 yesterday. It's cooled down a little bit though, so we good now.
Okay, well that's good. We were in the triple digits, not a good thing. Of course, people can follow you on Twitter at Silkk the Shocker, and I wanna hop right into things. I think that you are most known for your trademark start and stop flow. And of course, a lot of your fans love that. Some of the critics, I guess, they didn't like it. What inspired your start and stop flow?
No, I just want to be different, man. That's all. And so when I got in the booth, I just tried some new stuff, and then that kind of stuck me for a minute. So that's what kind of like trademarked that. So it was a good thing, So.
Definitely, I think so.
Yeah.
What inspired you to even start rapping?
I'll say it again.
What inspired you to start rapping?
Just I think I seen my big bro doing it, but then also just trying to figure out how to stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? And so got to kind of some music a little bit about just trying to do some other stuff. Being in the community, not really having much to do, easy getting in trouble. So kind of picked up the pen and paper. I always was like a visionary, so I kind of like just start putting my ideas down on paper, and then got an opportunity to get in the booth, and then just did my thing.
Definitely. And also, you guys all, you and your brothers, repped for your brother Kevin Miller very well on a lot of songs, and definitely got the tattoos. The fans were very aware of him. Had he not been killed, would he have been a part of TRU? Was he musically inclined?
Before that, none of us was really musically inclined, but I would say we very family orientated, so I could definitely see him being a part of it. But at the same time, he was kind of like our inspiration to just do better and be better. You know what I'm saying? So, God got his timing. So whatever it is, whatever it is, it's just it is. So we took it. It was a tough blow, but we took it, and then just vowed to do it for him. You know what I'm saying? So that was our motivation.
Definitely, and definitely R.I.P. Kevin Miller. Over the years, there were several incarnations of TRU. Which version did you like the best? I mean, when it was just you and your brothers, when I guess Mia X and Big Ed were involved, or going all the way back when King George and Cali G were involved. Which version did you like the best?
Man, you got your history. Yeah, go ahead on.
I do my homework.
Absolutely. I think it was all good, man. I think it was just. I think it was just different phases. So I thought all of them had their moments. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we had love for everybody who was a part of it. But to me, it was all good. You know what I'm saying? It was just a constant stepping stone, and so it was all good to me. Every one of them had their little, had their little strengths in it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. How exactly did the movie I'm About It come to pass? When did you realize that P was even writing a movie?
Well, I mean, he always had like his eyes set on doing film, and I think like just coming from where we came from, when we got a chance to actually get ready to produce something, I think he already had his vision set on making a real live, like what depicted out where we came from. And then I think About It just came out once he wrote it. Directing it was very easy because that's where we come from. So we've seen all that stuff before. So I think everybody took it in stride. Like, man, that's, people could relate to it. So I think that's why it did really good.
Definitely. Me being a DJ, my background is in the clubs.
Mm-hmm.
I paid close attention to production and things like that. I would say around 96 or so, the sound of No Limit changed. And I'm going to assume that was because of Beats by the Pound. What could you speak on them and what part they played in the I would say the movement in the mid 90s?
I think I think everybody played a huge part in it. I think it just was, everybody coming together, giving their views, giving their vision, giving their sound, music, and then I don't think it was any particular part. Whether I do think it was more of P, just it's his vision. So I think at the end of the day, the music is the music. Like we was going to get that. So everything else was just everybody putting their input into something. And at the time we were just living a real life story. So I think people fell in love with the music, sound, but then the vision too. So I look at it. Everybody had a part to do in it, and then that's how we kind of grew.
Definitely. Of course, if you're just tuning in, yours truly, Diamond K. I'm on the line with Silkk the Shocker. The phone lines are actually full, but if you possibly can get through, 310-982-4210. Do you want me to take any calls, or I can continue with my questions?
No, I'll take a few if you want to.
Okay. All right. So let's go right here. Hello, caller. You're on with Silkk the Shocker. Who's this?
Hey, yo, this is G-Rated, host of G-Rated Radio.
Okay. How's it going?
Yeah, it's doing good, man. Like, for real, I just want to give a shout-out to all my fans that's tuning in to G-Rated Radio. Of course, I would like to let the people know.
All right. Very interesting. Okay, that happens. He's plugging something. Cat, you're supposed to be taking care of these things for me. We're going to continue. Thank you, caller. We're gonna come back to the caller in a moment. But let me get back to this. In the early days of No Limit, you guys, well, I would say not the very early, but I would say mid 90s. You released a lot of compilations, some geared to the South, some geared to the West Coast. Did you get any flack from either area for maybe repping another area?
No, I don't think so, man. I think it was just people that relate to our story. I think we got so much love from different, just in every area. It was like it wasn't no particular area that we would go to Kansas and it'll be the same kind of love. It'll be it'd be in Ohio and the same kind of love. But I think our story wasn't like we was repping any kind of particular thing. We was just repping like what was real. And I think when you got that type of audience, they just want to see you do well. So we never had any problems, never had any beef. It was always love. As much as I could see, I never experienced anything other than that. We rep where we came from, so that's kind of like, if you do respect it, when I think people respect the fact that you represent where you're coming from, they wouldn't want you to, rep be fake or nothing like that about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like how I look at it, and it's always been love.
Definitely. I want to take an email question from Keyshawn. She wants to know, were you in New Orleans when Hurricane Katrina hit?
Nah, I wasn't there, man, but my whole family was there. Lost a few little things. House got flooded in. Actually, one of my uncles lost a leg. But I wasn't there, man, but I did. Once it happened, I got a lot of my family to come out to California to kind of get back on their feet. When I went back to visit it, man, it was a sad situation because it was like the whole city was gone, like cars on the side of the road and houses tore up. That place where I lived at, family member lived at was no longer there. Like, that was crazy. But I was there at the time, but I definitely felt the pain of the city, though.
Definitely. And How serious was the beef between No Limit and Cash Money?
That's funny. It wasn't though. Like, I don't know why people think that, man. Like, it's really crazy. Like, I know that we from the same city, and we both like share the same visions, but it's love. Like, I don't. To me, I never experienced that, so I don't know what. It's never been a problem with P or Babe. It's never been a problem with No Limit and Cash Money. You can't find somebody on record to say there's been a problem. So it never was. So we just wish them well. They wished us well, and everybody get their moments. So it's just that's what it is. And I appreciate the fact that I don't care who it is, where you from, if you can keep hip hop alive and make your money and get make stuff happen and change people's lives. That's what I'm about. I'm not even about all the other little stuff. Like, none of this stuff belongs to none of us, man. So, get what you can get, make it happen, change people's lives, and that's it. So, anybody who can keep the music, I don't care where you're from, Florida, Kentucky, whatever, keep hip-hop alive because it gives people jobs. And, we don't, us as urban people don't have much, what I'm saying? So, we don't have much things that we could do to be successful. And I think hip hop is one. Our music is one. So it's never been that kind of problem. Never been no beef. So I can't even comment on it. But it's actually all love, man. So
definitely. And I mean, thinking back, I don't really remember anybody saying anything, on record like you're saying about that. I guess that was just, you coming from the same area and a lot of fans kind of assuming that things may have been directed towards one of the other camps. But I mean, it's good. It's good that it wasn't, anything that got, out of control.
Yeah.
And it's good because you seem so positive, and I feel like some of these questions that people are sending me, I know how you're going to react to them. Another email question asking about a beef with you and LL Cool J.
Oh, crazy. I see L a couple times, man. LL is somebody who I look up to, like, as far as kind of like being somebody who inspired me, along with NWAs and Biggies and the Pox. I mean, all those guys. And to me, I never would be. Like, honestly, I'll pick up the phone and be like, what's really good? You know what I'm saying? Before that, because I'm not the type of person that's going to be ducking nobody. If it's a problem, it's a problem with me. Like, so to me, it's like you'll never hear me talk about nobody on music. You'll never hear me have a beef with nobody because I'm simply like this. What is the beef? Because I ain't going to, like that. Like, I don't want nobody to play me like that. So it's simple. It's like you'll never hear that. So if somebody take my lyrics wrong or this wrong, it ain't about nobody, but it's just music because I ain't about the beef. Like, that's where I'm from. We can't do that because, it elevates, and I'm not really, I love life. I love helping people. I love being, being a positive person, whatever, so it ain't going to happen. So if it is just somebody who don't like me, I can't help that one. But as far as a beef, it ain't going to happen. I'll pick up the phone, find the guys, and figure out what the beef is about. You know what I'm saying? And then let's go from there. But I guarantee LL. I mean, LL ain't no beef. That's the homie right there. So we good.
Okay, that's good, and I'm definitely glad to hear that. Me being a big wrestling fan, and definitely a fan of the No Limit movement. I'm watching TV. I see a wrestler come out named MVP. He comes out to this song that's called "I'm Coming," and I recognize your voice instantly. How did the pairing of wrestling and you? How did that come about?
Wow, you really did your homework. You ain't playing around. I ain't mad at you. That's good. That's good. That's been about your work. I think all of us wrestling fans, man. Like, we grew up to that stuff. Actually, when the owner is a friend of one of my guys, whatever, and was just like, man, how about we get Silkk and one of those, one of the wrestlers together and do something. And they just kind of like told me who's the next guy coming up. I thought he was a good fit. They thought he was a good fit. so I kind of wrote something. They liked it a lot. He wanted to use it as his song. I was like, wow, good. Put it in a couple little, I think it was DVDs or maybe the wrestling video game, something like that. And so that's how it kind of kicked off. I actually worked with them on a few other little things. But, yeah, man, just being a wrestling fan, I was all down for it when they called and asked me about it. So hopefully some other stuff in the future be, doing with those guys as well. So
I'm sure. If you were not an entertainer, what would you be doing?
Actually, you know what? I just like selling stuff. Like, I like to, well, I'll probably be that or a filmmaker, but I one time wanted to be an NBA player, was good enough to make it, but I couldn't stand the actual pain on your body and then actually getting beat up every time you step on the court. That's fouling, I just couldn't take that part of it. So I would say I'll probably say probably a filmmaker, man, or marketing. I'll be into marketing or something like that.
Okay, I can see that. What's your favorite album that you've done? The favorite Silkk the Shocker album?
Whew. Maybe we'll get mad at this one, but I actually like the Shocker, but for different reasons. My first project, first record. But then if I had to say overall, what was the best album was probably Charge to the Game. Probably was the best one.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say production-wise, Charge It to the Game. Me personally, I like the Shocker album as well. That it was more raw and it felt underground, but it was it felt like it was right on the verge. But Charge It to the Game was more polished. But the Shocker was my one. Yeah.
This guy, you know your stuff. Okay, let me find out. This guy knows.
Definitely.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
Give me your thoughts on Pimp C from UGK.
Man, that's a cool brother, man. Just was sad to see him go. Definitely was a pioneer in the game, man, and just did a lot for other music, but just music in general, man. Because I mean, the music, but to get the look from Jay-Z and stuff like that, that means you have to be doing something. But just also, he did a lot for his community, did a lot for people too, and just talented, man, just real talented. Had his own style, had his own sound. I mean, we did a song together called Players from the South Stack G's, and he just killed the verse, man. It was crazy. So just one of a kind.
Definitely. Speaking of one of a kind, how is C Murder, and is there any chances of us seeing him back home?
It's a crazy thing, man. And what I kind of did was, it's a touchy one because, honestly speaking, he's been supposed to be home. Actually, I know people are going to find this strange. I'm not saying he's age. I'm not saying he's none of those, all of the above. But what I'm telling you is that he really didn't do it. And that's the crazy part about it. But in the city, everybody knows he didn't do it. But, just the politics of, of his case, which meaning, it was people got promoted, they became judges, became mayors, on the fact that they convicted this guy. And so what it is that now, if you ask anybody who's a lawyer, can't ask the normal people because they're going to look at, this guy named C Murder and this and that and all of that. But I'm saying if you look at the facts, and that's what I'm looking at. If put it like this, brother or no brother, when my brother got killed, I wanted to see somebody just get the ultimate, right? If C actually did it, he had to do the time. I wouldn't even be trying to fight for him or nothing. But the fact that I know he didn't, and he's changed his whole life up. He's a good dude. We all get a chance to change our life up. I'm fighting for him because of that. Because it's almost like it's bad when somebody could just look at you and be like, yeah, I'm just because your name Diamond K, I believe that you robbed a diamond store. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't do that just because, you know, that's your name. I can't do that. But the simple fact is I make this real simple. I believe he's gonna come home. He has to come home because if you knew the facts are there. Somebody already confessed to the crime already. It's already no evidence, no DNA, no witnesses. Every person who ever said something about the case, or whatever, they all came back and said we lied. So, but with all that being said, if there was another city besides that one, he wouldn't even went to trial. And that's why we're gonna fight for him. I think he's definitely gonna come out. With win, it's tough because we fight an uphill battle with some people who don't want to be, you know, wrong. But eventually he will be out. Like I believe that. And I me personally, I don't talk about it that much because people are like, oh, that's your brother, you're gonna defend him. No, I won't. Like I'm a realist. I'm like, if any one of my brothers, cousins, anybody did something, if they did it, dude, you got to do it. You got to face that. But for me to not talk about it and not have people say, oh, that's your brother, they're making a DVD about it, so the facts will be there, and then people like, you know, yourself and everybody else could say, okay, well, it's right there in plain English instead of Silkk saying it because that's his bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I look forward to, you know, everybody seeing that and then kind of taking what they want from it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And, you know, I really hope that, you know, that this works out and works out the way that it's supposed to work out. Everything seemed kind of shady with the prosecution and the way that the whole thing went about. And that's definitely a tough state, you know, that he's in fighting that case.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about your new stuff, your new album, the new music. What's going on with that?
Mm-hmm. Man, what happened was, just this album. I'm really happy with the new album. Like I tell them all the time, man. If I wasn't at my best, I just stay doing what I'm doing. 'Cause what I'm doing right now is, you know, I like what I'm doing. But music is my first love, so I feel like if I couldn't compete at the top level, then I wouldn't do it. And you know, and I look forward to, you know, the people hearing it, because I grew a lot. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I you know, a lot. So. The new music, I did a song called Get Stupid, which is picking up really, really well, but that was just like the first installment of the record. The album just keeps getting better. Like I said, I don't care if I sell 1 to 1 million. It's like the album is good, so, you know, I want people to take that away from it and then give props where props is due, if you know. So it's a great record. It's called it's a working title, so I won't get the title out yet, but album is good. Dropping some singles, dropping a song called Ball. Should be out really soon. It's good, man. I can't wait till y'all hear it, man. It's real good. So.
Very good. And I do want you to put one more rumor to rest. Is there any truth to a new TRU album coming?
You know what? We talking about it, man. We talking about it. I actually seen P a couple minutes ago, and he was like, you know, getting a lot of requests about it. We was hoping that we have C back home by now, but, you know, just like whatever, that's in God's hand at that point. But yeah, man, I think it may be something coming to life with that. We want to make sure we do it right because that was so classic, and we don't want to just put anything together, put anything out. So we'll definitely take our time on it. But yeah, it's been some talks, man. There's some talks. So look forward to that too.
Definitely. Yours truly, Diamond K, here with Silkk the Shocker. And definitely calling from LA. I appreciate you calling and talking with me. Anything else that you want to say to your fans before we go and we get ready to hear a timer momentarily? But is there anything else that you want to say to your fans?
Man, I just want to thank you, first of all, for having me, showing the love. I just want y'all the fans, man, you know what? I appreciate all the love. Every time I go on the road, go any places, number love. I guarantee y'all I will not let y'all down with this new record. Everything I do, I'm going full blast. Next level, you dig? Let's go.
Definitely. And, of course, on Twitter, you are Silkk the Shocker. And your website?
I think it's Shocker World, but I'll have it's on my Twitter.
True.
So go to Twitter and check it out.
Yep.
Go to Twitter and check it out, and then you'll figure it out.
Definitely. Thank you, Silkk the Shocker. Take it easy, and definitely appreciate the call.
Okay, my brother. Have a good day, my brother.
All right, you too. Thanks.